Welcome to MS Excel Basic lesson number 12. In this lesson we are going to learn consolidation of data. Before we proceed to the consolidation, let's get the understanding of what is consolidation. Consolidation is summation or aggregation of the figures identical data labels. For example, a business is making a sales in 4 different quarters. For 4 figures, we need to consolidate these sales of 4 quarters into one. That means we want to sum up 100 plus 200 plus 50 plus 50 equal to 400 as a consolidated figure of sales. Keep in mind, data labels must be identical. The word SALES, sales, should be the same for all 4 labels. Otherwise, aggregation or consolidation will not be done. Let's assume the data label for the first 3 quarters are the same, whereas the 4th quarter has a data label as S. If we want to consolidate these 4 figures, MS Excel will generate a consolidation of first 3 quarter sales as 350, whereas the last quarter S will be consolidated separately as consolidation of S as 50. MS Excel can consolidate data given in different tabs. In our example, we have divided 4 tabs D1, D2, D3, D4 containing the figures for sales point 1, sales point 2, sales point 3 and sales point 4. In these 4 tabs, we have sales, VAT on sales, purchases, VAT on purchases, expenses, VAT on expenses. In this way, the total input tax and total output tax, whereas the difference of input tax and output tax should be the VAT payable. So these 4 tabs contain identical labels in 4 different tabs. For the first tab, the figures that are shown over here has the labels on the left the same which are given in all 4 of the tabs, and at the same time the labels at the top is April, May, June are the same for all 4 tabs. Let's make the consolidated report of these 4 sales point. So in order to make the consolidation, we need to place the cell point exactly where we want our consolidated report to be generated. We have selected A2 for the consolidation. To click on the data, under the data we can see consolidate. A dialog box will appear. First one is a function, so we can see a number of functions that can be applied. Some count, average, maximum, minimum, but at this moment we are going to apply the summation or aggregation. Second is the cell reference. We are now going to select the reference of the cells we need to consolidate. The first reference is the sale point 1, and we need to consolidate this range including the labels given on the left and the labels given on the top. We have selected the complete range, and then we need to add this D1 to the all references column. In order to do that, we need to click the add button. So this selection has been added for the consolidation purpose. Second, D2. When we select the D2, MS Excel automatically select the same range that we have selected for the D1. That means A2 to D11 for D2 has been pre-selected. This can be added as well. When we click on D3, the same range will be selected for the D3. It can be added, and at the last, the same range is pre-selected by MS Excel and it can be added to the consolidation purpose as well. Now we can see that D1, D2, D3 and D4 with the same data range has been selected. Now we need to make the selection of the data labels. The data labels are given at the top are the same for all 4 tabs, has April, May, June data. When we click on the tab, it will take us back to the consolidated sheet, and we need to make the selection of the column as the label given on the left as well. So top and the left and OK. So we will receive a consolidated figure of all four sales points at one place. So this is the summation of sales for the month of April for all four sales points, and all figures that are given over here are the consolidated figures for respective month accordingly. Top data labels in four departments were identical in the scenario that we have discussed. Let's move on to a different scenario. For example, these are not four different sales points that a business has. However, we want to make a consolidated report for a one business having data in four different quarters. The first quarter is for January to March, the second quarter is for April to June, and the last quarter is for October to December. That means we have the data for all 12 months. In this scenario, or in this case, the data labels are not identical. Every quarter has different data labels. In this case, if we want to make the consolidation, we put our cell pointer at cell A2, consolidate, and now we need to delete the old references that we had generated. These references were four different sales points, so these are no more required. So we are going to delete these one by one. The four different sales point has been deleted now. Top and column has been deselected. Now we want to make the selection for the four different quarters for four different data labels. First one is a quarter one. So for quarter one, our range is for A2 to D11 with the data labels January, February and March. Let's add this selection for data consolidation. Move on to quarter 2. The same range has been pre-selected for quarter 2. This can be added. For quarter 3, a pre-selected range for quarter 3 can be added, and the lastly pre-selected range for the quarter 4 is added. Now we want our labels at the top and the left column for the consolidated report, and okay, and we can observe the consolidation of the data has been done in the way that all 12 months have been given at the top. As the data label for all four quarters were unique, the sales figures has been taken for each and every month and consolidated as a 12-month report. In fact, no addition of figures has been made in this case. Only the figures that were given in four quarters has been taken and consolidated or placed at one place for consolidation purpose. Let's move back to scenario of four sales points, and we make the selection of cell A2, consolidate, and we need to delete the pre-selected range for the quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4, and deselection of the top and left column. We want to make a selection of sales point 1 for the same range we done already. Added D2, added D3, added D4, same range is added. Now this time, apart from the top row and left column, we are going to select create link of the data source, and okay. By creating, we can observe that the consolidation has been made and a tabs has been generated of 1 and 2. So what is the advantage of creating the data links? We can see that every cell has a unique formula of the sum in place. Whenever we make the changes in D1, D2, D3 or D4's figures, the corresponding figure with the data links and the formula will be automatically changed. Consolidation of the figures or the creation of the data link is not limited only to the tabs in a one file, but we can make the consolidation for the figures given on the different files as well. For example, for the consolidation, we can see a browse button. Before making the selection of the range cells for the same file with the different tabs, we can make the selection for the different files by clicking on the browse. For the browse, we can make the selection of different files, and different data ranges from different files can be added as well.